Hey guys, so for the first part of our external / MCAT / first year exams, we went over what to expect. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down how to prepare for both your MCAT and all your externals. Prepping for your exams, whether that be the MCAT or your final year exams, can be a real game changer. Whether this be practicing old exam questions to have an idea of what yours is going to be like, becoming more familiar with the specific lingo that your standard uses, particularly for MCAT, or even if you're just thinking about the food reward that you want to give yourself afterwards. Everything contributes to getting you through that 1 hour or 3 hour exam. Trying other things like that if-then strategy can be really useful as well, but also preparing beforehand with good resources and good help is also super important. And so some things that you can check out that we have here at Study Time is our MCAT workbook, our MCAT walkthrough guide, our MCAT video breakdown of the previous year's exams, and we'll also be holding some MCAT study workshops in the next coming weekends for the Wellington region, but they're all across the country as well, to help you out and prepare you as best as possible for your MCAT. Hands down, one of the most challenging things in any kind of exam is stress and the challenge that our own brain poses against us. And every time that we are going to be in an exam, we are going to be stressed about it, we are going to be a bit worried. And thankfully there are some tactics and some strategies that you can implement both beforehand and during that can hopefully help you get through. Everyone's had those moments where they've left an exam and suddenly realised that there was a whole lot of information that they could have put in the exam that they just forgot at the time. And so hopefully using some of these strategies will help get around that. The first one is to write down your stresses beforehand, and there has been some research done about this and how it can be really helpful for students in getting it out of their heads and on the page so they can focus when you're in the exam itself. Another strategy is if-then, and what this really does is makes you think about the challenges or obstacles that you could face in the exam and how you would get around that. So you're kind of preparing beforehand, and so you're ready in advance if something comes up. The third one is using memory techniques that practice retrieval. Now this is really important because we want to be able to recall all information rather than recognizing it. We break down the difference between this in another video as well that you should totally check out if you want to understand this a bit better. But essentially what you should be doing is using study techniques that rely mostly on your brain and your own understanding in the methods that you go about doing your study. So for example, these are things like making your own summary sheets, explaining things in your own words, and practicing old exam questions. We also have an MCAT breakdown video as well from both 2017 and 2018 MCAT exams. And what is in this is common mistakes that students make and exam strategy and prep that you can take to maximise your time in the MCAT exam. Now, as I said before, exams are always going to be really stressful, and it's important that we celebrate our successes and what we can do as opposed to the things that we forgot at the time or the things that we could have done better. Every exam is not going to be one of your favourite parts of your day, but preparing as much as possible beforehand will help make it as easy as possible for you.